Anyango here, hoping that you are healthy, wealthy, and free, and loving your life. It's how we do. It's how we do. I mentioned in an earlier video that Emily Fletcher, I believe, yeah, says resilience is how fast you can recover from bad situations or from a bad situation, right? That's her definition of resilience. She's a meditation coach, meditation and lifestyle from Mind Valley. And I thought that was a really nice definition. How fast do I recover from bad situations? And a bad situation could be a range of things. It doesn't have to be like a completely horrid situation. Could just be when I'm sad, or when I'm moody, or when I'm preoccupied, or when I just don't feel like doing what I should be doing. You know, how fast am I able to recover and get back to this mood that I want? And you know those moments, because just an idea on how to actually get to this mood, to a mood that you love. Those moments when maybe like a friend, you call up a friend that makes you laugh, you know, like laugh so hard, and you're just like, I have missed laughing. The times when you actually just miss laughing, and you just feel like you're okay. And maybe it doesn't even have to be a laugh. Maybe it's just you read a certain book, or when you sit in meditation for a moment, or for moments, and you just feel good. You're okay. You're fine. Because maybe you don't have to be overly joyous and over the moon and all that, but you're okay, you know. If somebody asked you in that moment, how are you, you'd be, I am good, I am fine, I'm doing well, you know, I'm okay. And not okay in that bland, usual, whatever, get away from me, stop asking me what you don't really want to know kind of thing. But really just telling a person that I'm okay. I'm pretty fine, you know. Everything is cool. And I think that's an okay state to be in. Okay, I'm overusing the word okay, but you get what I'm saying. That's an okay state to be in. When everything is good, you know, it's not great, it's not bad, it's all right. I am all right. I am all right. Everything is right. All is right. Forgive my rambling. I'm sorry. But yeah. And I think that is one important thing that journaling does. And that reminds me that I've been avoiding my journal for some time now because I haven't been too happy with myself and what I've not been achieving in the past few days. And the important thing is, especially when you find these solutions, when you find these remedies, when you find these recipes that bring you back to the person that you need to be, you need to write them down. So what I've done with my journaling, even though it hasn't been consistent or as consistent as I would like it to be, what I've done with my journaling is that I put it, first of all, and this I learned from Jim Rohn, I've put it in such a way, like when I start, I put the date. So I have the date, and then I have the time that I'm doing the journaling, and then I have my location at that time. So not like, okay, depending on, you know, where you live, because I tend to move a lot, so mine is my address at the moment. You could have maybe like your home is steady, but maybe now you could have you're in your bedroom, you're in the living room, you're in the kitchen, like this is where you're doing your journaling at that moment. And I think that gives you a sense of how I feel in certain spaces when I'm doing my journaling, you know, how it makes me feel, or how well I do it, how open I am to actually release my thoughts and my feelings onto this paper and book. And then I go down and I note down if something has happened that I really want to note down, then I note that down. And then I try to put in a sort of formula so that there's certain aspects that I make sure I go through. And I start off with this. I learned from one of the Mind Valley podcasts. I don't remember which one it was. The guy said that every day with his kids as well, every day he asks his kids three types of questions, I believe. He asks them, what have you achieved today? That is the one. What have you achieved today? Like, what things have you done that you're happy about? And you could go like, certain tasks were completed, or I was able to meet with the person that I really wanted to, or I took a step in a certain direction towards a project fulfillment or something like that. And then what failures have you had today? And this could be like there was something that you were supposed to do and you did not make to finish, or because it actually makes you reflect on your day, and that's an important thing, because you go through your day and try to find these things. If you had not actually written them down or planned, like for your journal, so you go through your day and you find out something that you failed at, that you were trying to do and you did not do, that you tried to do and did not accomplish for certain reasons, or something that you have failed yourself in. How? In the sense that I got angry, I got pissed off, and I insulted a person. I disappointed myself because I didn't wake up on time as I should. I didn't do my workout as I should have. I was binge eating. I wasted time. Okay, so these are my failures. And I try to limit them to 3 things, because otherwise I could go on and on and on. And if I may just quote, because Lisa Nichols says, for example, when you're asking for criticism from a person, when you go to someone and you tell them, okay, here is my body of work, or here's what I'm trying to do, or here's what I've done, this product, and she says, give me, you ask this person, give me 3 good things that I've done, and then 2 bad things, or 2 things that I could improve on, so that the good always outweighs the bad. And maybe you could start it off with 2 negative and then the positives, but I think she actually says, give me the positives and then give me the negatives, so that by the time you're giving me the negatives, I'm already kind of hyped up. Or it could be the opposite, that you give me the negatives and then now the positives now bring me back to okay, so I was good, it's not like I was all bad, that kind of thing. So it was first your achievements of the day, and then failures of the day, and then the third one, I don't know if you say this or I found it out from somebody else, but 3 no, it was from him, gratitude, 3 things that you're grateful for. And you could say, sometimes I just say, I'm grateful for having a home to live in, and a good home at that. And the important thing as you're writing this stuff is to really feel it. You really feel it. So for example, this gratitude, so many times I take where I live for granted, and then I realize that there's such worse situations that I would not want to be in. But not just that, there's so many things that are awesome about where I am in terms of the location, but also the home and the people who are with me here, and the reasons that make this so nice in comparison to other places. And you could compare so that you really get to that inner feeling of gratitude. I'm happy to be here, in terms of a home. Or you're happy about your family, I'm grateful that I have a family, that I have these people that I can talk to, these people that love me, these people that I can call up whenever and they will have my back. I'm happy, I'm grateful for my friends, these particular friends that are they stick by me constantly, who I can call up whenever. As I've mentioned, friends are the family that you get to choose. And as much as I have chosen them, they have chosen me. They've chosen to be there with me. Right? So that's another thing. Yeah, so it was achievements, failures, and gratitude. And I've added on lessons learned. And here I think I normally just give one thing. So what lesson have I learned today? For example, I have learned that I need to shut up more, and listen more, or talk less and listen more. Or I need to respect my elders, like just have some decorum, One lesson, like I try to find one lesson that I've learned in the day. And lastly, commitments. So I normally pick 3 commitments. So I've mentioned before that there is a trick that Jim Quick gives, and he says in the morning, as soon as you wake up and you're doing like your meditation, or you just you're taking your morning deep breaths, they say take 5 deep breaths as soon as you wake up, just right into your stomach, right into your belly, deep breaths that really center you. And then think about 3 things that you would want to achieve in the day. Okay, just 3 of your most important tasks that you'd want to achieve in this day, in these 24 or 18 hours of work that you have, and you write those down. And so what I've done with that is that now I have 3 commitments that I write when I journal. Normally I journal the night before. So as I've written all of that, and then I have my 3 commitments for the following day, 3 things that I would want to achieve the following day. Okay, so yeah, that's how I do my journaling. And okay, so this was actually about remedies, right? So but when you're able to find these things, this for me is one of the remedies that puts me, at least when I go to bed and I make these commitments. For example, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. I'm going to go for my morning run. I will make sure that I do my meditation. Those are my 3 commitments for the day, and I make sure that I do them in that day. Okay. I know that once I do this and I go through this whole list of things, of the lessons that I've learned, the things I'm grateful for, what I have failed in, and I fail so that I write down what I failed in so that I can forgive myself for it. So I go through the failures and I know that I feel bad about it and I feel horrible about it, and then I tell myself, okay, so now the lesson learned from this is what? Right? And at the end of that, then I have my gratitude, and then I have my commitments. What am I committed to do to make sure that this following day is a good day for me? That at the end of the day, I can sleep and sleep peacefully. Okay? So that's my remedy. And it gets me to an okay place. At least when I'm going to bed that evening, I'm in an okay place. And if you can find that, to at the very least get to your okay place. You could get beyond that by, you have friends that you could call up, or whoever, which would also be good. But just find that way. Okay, that's my jam for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna see you in the next video.